Hello everyone, my name is Joelle and welcome to this 10-minute session of yoga for sciatica and sciatica pain relief, for which we will be using one yoga block today. And we're actually going to start standing, so just make your way to a standing position with the feet approximately hips width apart. Keep the knees nice and bent and just let the upper body hang. So you might keep the fingertips on the floor or on your block, or you could take hold of opposite elbows and just sway from side to side, just feeling into your body, maybe bending one knee and then the other. So sciatica is a condition where compression or impingement of the sciatic nerve occurs, which can cause pain or numbness along the lower back, the pelvis, and even down into the thigh and leg. You might come to stillness here, maybe rocking a little bit backwards and forwards. And then release the fingertips to the floor. And we're going to come into a seated position with the right leg out to the side, left foot to the inside of the right thigh, and you could sit up on your block here if that's more comfortable. And keeping the upper body facing forward, just lean over towards that extended leg to the right. So you might keep the hand on the leg, you might bring the elbow to the inside of the knee, and if you'd like to go a little bit further, you could extend that left arm up and over. So sciatica is very common in people who suffer from chronic lower back pain, oftentimes either the cause or the consequence of sciatica. So one of the best ways to treat and relieve sciatica is to create space in the lower back and remove any adhesions there. And let's move on. We'll come into a 90-90 position. So the left leg is in front of us now at 90 degrees. And the right leg is off to the side at 90 degrees. And again, you could stay sitting up on your block for a little bit of extra space here. And you could either keep the upper body straight up, or you might, on an out breath, start to lean forwards. Feeling a nice stretch into the glutes and the outside of that left thigh and left leg. And then we can tiptoe the hands back if you were down, and we're just going to come over to the other side. So just swivel both legs over, make sure you've still got approximately a right angle here, 90 degrees with each leg. And with the right leg in front of us now, we can either stay sitting up tall, or again, you might start to walk the hands forward as you lean the upper body over that right leg. And of course, as always, remember today to go at your own pace, to never push into any pain. We are here to feel better today, not worse. And now we can extend that left leg out towards the side with the right sole of the foot to the inside of the thigh. And again, you might just tip the upper body over towards the right. You might bring the elbow to the inside of the leg. And you might even reach overhead with that right arm. Keep the upper body facing forwards here, so we are getting a side stretch, but we're mostly getting into that lower back. And we can come back up. Great job. So now let's come to lie down on our back. Make sure your block or your prop is nearby. Step the feet in underneath the knees. Engage through the abs to press the lower back into the mat, and then release. And then again, squeeze the glutes and the abs to press that lower back into the floor, and release. So we're just rocking here, doing little pelvis tilts, just waking up through that lower back, encouraging any pain or tension to be on its way. Beautiful. And now let's take hold of that block, keep it on its lowest level, and we'll snuggle the block in underneath the hips. And you might stay right here with the feet planted flat to the floor. Or you might choose to add a little bit of additional stretch into the front of the body. Balance out that sciatica by extending both legs out in front of you. And just close the eyes here, breathing deeply. Some of you might know that I also have another 10-minute video for lower back pain specifically, which I would suggest alternating with this one on a regular basis. And let's step the feet back in. We can lift the hips up to move the block out of the way. And for a counter stretch, let's just hug the knees into the chest. And if you'd like, you might pull the knees apart here a little bit and bring them back together, just finding a little bit of motion here as we create even more space in that lower back region. And then we can just hold the knees apart here. A little stretch through the inner thighs, adductors, glutes. Another nice sequence to alternate this one with would be my lazy glutes routine. So I will link both of those down below in case you haven't already had a chance to try them out. Now let's set the left foot back to the floor. We'll take hold behind the right thigh. And we're just going to flex and extend that right leg. So the right heel reaches for the ceiling on an inhale, and on an exhale, it comes back down. So just keep going a couple more times here. And then we can cross that right ankle over the left knee. And instead of coming into a traditional reclined pigeon here, take your left hand and just place it on top and to the outside of the right knee. So we want to think here about pulling the right knee towards the left shoulder. So pulling it in kind of a diagonal direction. So this gives us a little bit of a different stretch here from a more traditional pigeon pose, which maybe we've tried before together in other videos. Very nice work. Let's release that stretch, set the right foot back down. And then you can catch hold behind the left thigh now. Flex the left foot, and again we're going to kick that heel up towards the sky and then bring it back down by bending that left leg. So just extending and bending here. No need for the leg to go all the way straight. Again, we're never forcing or pushing anything that our body may not be ready for. We're just recognizing what it needs for today. And then we can bring the left ankle over that right knee, and using the right hand to the outside of the left knee, we'll pull the knee in towards the right shoulder. So knee towards opposite shoulder. And again, this might be a nice opportunity to close the eyes. Just notice how the body is feeling. Let the breath bring a little bit of life and nourishment into the areas that need it the most. Wonderful. Let's release that left knee and bring the left foot back onto the floor as you extend through the right leg, and we'll come into a laying spinal twist. So the left knee comes over towards the right, and we keep both shoulder blades to the mat as we maybe look over the left shoulder if that's comfortable on the neck. And let's roll back to center and we'll switch sides. So the left leg goes out long. We hug the right knee into the chest. And then you can use that left hand to gently guide the right knee over towards the left. As you maybe take the gaze over the right shoulder. And this is also a nice chance to remind ourselves that even just a short little 10-minute sequence like this one can really make a difference. So I encourage you to, again, practice this regularly. Good job taking care of yourself. We can roll back to center. Let's just hug the knees into the chest, keep them closed together this time as we rock a little bit side to side. Taking one final breath in and out. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this sequence helped. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.